Hi, Dean. My name is Niall Rafferty, and this is our partnership journey with Microsoft. So we started off, we had our own messaging app on iPhone and Android. So this is the Android version. It also looked kind of similar on iPhone. And that was successful to a point. And what was really innovative about it was we used chatbots in-app to connect our application to clinical systems so that we could get information like, example, CT scan from a radiology system into our app. So that was where we were at. And then we looked around, and our challenge was scaling. And we looked around at Microsoft Teams and the commitment from Teams to the notion of a first-line healthcare worker. So this is somebody who doesn't have an office, who doesn't have a desk, who's on mobile all the time. And that commitment to healthcare really got us looking more detail at Microsoft and Microsoft Teams. And then we also had news that everybody in the NHS in England was getting Microsoft Teams, so Microsoft 365 deal with the NHS. And similarly, we're seeing that in other countries like France, New Zealand, obviously the US. And with the pandemic, everybody's using Teams, so it was probably a good move to realize that everybody in healthcare was going to have Microsoft Teams. So we repositioned ourselves as a company here in the middle, connecting on one side electronic medical records, radiology and lab systems, and on the other side Microsoft 365, Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Planner, so that we allow Teams to become a clinical tool, and for clinical tools that don't have a collaboration element to now have Microsoft 365. We've got two apps in the Microsoft Teams App Store. So Medxnote MT, which is our chatbot-like application, and Medx Planner, which is our integration into Microsoft Planner. So if we look at Medxnote MT, the bot, what it does is it connects tasks, events, data from clinical systems into Teams, or it allows you also to capture data in Teams and store it to clinical systems. So we've had a lot of success notifying COVID-19 alerts into specialist channels in Teams. We also do flu and norovirus, any interdepartmental consultations, basically any kind of clinical event or task that you want to be notified for coming from a clinical system into Teams. So in this case, if you're a neurologist, you have one of your patients has a COVID-19 test, you'll get alerted in Teams, you tap on the alert, you open it up, and you can view the result here in-app in Teams. We also do the bot interaction where you put in the chart number, tap on send, and within less than a second, we will come back with all the patient demographics. And that's kind of really cool what we do, because Teams is a business tool, and now with Medxnote, it becomes a clinical tool. So once you confirm your patient, you can select I want to be notified about pathology results. When that patient has a pathology result, you get notified into Teams, and then you can actually view the result in-app as well. So it's really cool. So this is Medx Planner. This is our second app. It's a connection with Microsoft Planner. We actually won the Microsoft Teams App Development Challenge Best Healthcare App for Medx Planner, so we got a nice bit of Microsoft publicity out of that, which was good, and actually some prize money. And this is Planner. So what happens is, if you have like a radiology result or a task in any of the clinical systems, Medx Planner will instrument that task into Microsoft Planner. So if you have a radiology report, you could go into an X-ray bucket here. You could create a new bucket for maybe oncology patients to be reviewed, or whatever you can think of. So here's a screenshot from Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft Planner is called Tasks by Planner on To-Do in Teams. So you can see here you get assigned a task. It actually looks great also in mobile. So most doctors and nurses are on mobile. So you get a consult request card into your planner board. You tap on it, you open it up, you can read all the information, and anything we figured out that your doctor fills in here, you can actually feed back out to clinical systems. So you get that kind of two-way interface, which is really cool. So for future developments, we want to move beyond just hospital workflow, so integrating into general practitioners, community health, mental health, care in the communities, organizations like that. What's important is Microsoft's recent acquisition of Nuance for $19 billion. And we hope to add this voice recognition for healthcare capability. Hopefully Microsoft will make it a service on Azure. We can consume that and effectively add it on to the Medxnote bot, so that we'll have voice recognition for healthcare capabilities, which would be really important for us and something would have taken us years to develop or probably never would have happened at all. We're also looking at integration into the Power Platform, so we can send data to the Power Platform, or we can get data from the Power Platform and insert it into clinical systems. So that's a big opportunity for us as well. So this commitment from Microsoft to healthcare is really strong, and it's growing all the time, which was really important for us. So this is the partnership with Microsoft, just in more business detail. So we're on the Microsoft Teams App Store, so you can click on the bottom left-hand corner. You'll actually see Medxnote, Medx Planner is featured in the Teams Store this week, which is kind of cool. So sometimes they put a banner up here of featured apps, so we're there this week. We're also IP co-sell ready. So with IP co-sell ready, we have the Microsoft Partner Center dashboard. We can see our co-sell opportunities. We can either enter them, or we can have inbound ones from the account executives. So there's 9 account executives, for example, in the NHS in England, and anytime they come across somebody looking for an integration to clinical systems, or proactively they can say, we've got a great partner, Medxnote, I'll introduce you to Niall and the team. And that's really helpful for us, because now, rather than being a small company, you've got the power of Microsoft behind you doing the introductions, and we find that's very successful. So the partnership with Microsoft gives us a superior product offering. So technically, our Teams is better than our app ever was. The UX is great. So by moving our bot platform into Teams, it gives that superior technical and UX offering. It's more valuable product offering. So people pay a lot of money for Microsoft, so you can maybe charge a little bit more when you're tied to a Microsoft. Market fit, so obviously everybody in the healthcare has got Teams, and with Medxnote it's just the right application at the right time, so it's a good market fit. And then there's market opportunity, so we can globally sell. So Microsoft helped get us into France, so we were first win in France in Nancy Hospital, and we're also looking at other opportunities in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the US. So it's really cool. And then Isv Fast Track, so Microsoft helped partners as well. So for Microsoft Planner, we got Isv Fast Track support. So it's not dollar support, but it was time support. So the Microsoft, we had a Microsoft project manager based out of Israel, and we had some Microsoft engineers in the US helping us figure out how to connect Microsoft Planner to clinical systems. So that was really helpful. So there's a lot of supports, and both technical and business, that you can get from Microsoft as a partner. And that's it. Thank you very much.